Hey, what's happening? Barnaby here. Brother, can you spare a pair of shoes? That's what we've been talking about all day long today at the 6th Street Bridge, because I mean, look at this. It starts right here, and we've got endless numbers of shoes that go all the way across the Grand River, toe to heel, and it's all to raise awareness about what's happening here in West Michigan. People are hurting, and this is Jay Starkey from In the Image. I mean, come on. People need shoes?
They need shoes as much as they need a winter coat, as much as they need a jacket, as much as they need a shirt, pants. You need shoes too.
Well, let's take a walk right here, Jay, because then I'm going to just kind of show some of these shoes, because these are donated by people who have just gone through, look at those cute shoes, gone through closets saying, you know what, I've got some shoes that I can give to people who might need them more than me. And I'll tell you what, you talk about need. How many families a week are coming into In the Image now?
We have about 700 families a week right now. And with it, it's getting more and more and more.
And truly, people need shoes. I mean, you think they would need coats and hats. Well, that's in the winter, but I mean, shoes, everybody's got shoes, right?
Well, no, they don't. That's the problem. And if they do, they don't fit, or they're falling off their feet. And especially with kids, their feet are growing so much, their parents can't afford to keep putting new shoes on their feet.
Boy, now imagine being a kid. And I mean, most of us that are watching this are watching it on a computer, so we have some means. And we've all had shoes for our entire life. But I mean, what sort of subtractions to a kid's life would not having a pair of shoes manifest themselves as? Like they couldn't go to school.
Well, what about this? I mean, think about you're a kid and you're going to school, and maybe you're going to a new school.
Yeah.
You've moved around a few times and you've got an old raggedy pair of shoes. How does that feel on the first day of school? Or what about at certain schools, you've got to have white-soled shoes to even participate in gym class? What if you don't have white-soled pairs of shoes? What are you going to do? You're going to fail gym class. We can't let that happen. We've got to invest in these kids especially.
Right, because I mean, it's all about peace of mind, especially if you're a kid, you're trying to fit in, or at least you just want to wake up and say, you know what, my feet don't hurt today because I got a pair of shoes. And this is, again, what we're talking about, is lining them up heel to toe. So many people thus far have gone overboard. They've shown up with boxes and boxes of shoes. One guy showed up with just a paper bag with 2 pairs of shoes, but he was so proud that he could help. How many shoes do we have here thus far, Jay?
Well, just across the Grand right now, we've got over 360 pairs of shoes.
Wow.
And we've got more in the truck that we just didn't put out. So there's so many out here. We've got brand new pairs of shoes. We've got shoes we've got flip-flops. We've got work boots. I mean, people out there, they need work boots too. So we've got everything you could possibly think of out here.
And you know, a big hand to Meijer, who gave endlessly in this cause. Also, the Gold and Silver Exchange, one of our partners, LHT, In the Image. Now, Jay, let's say that you do have some need and you want to come and get some shoes or some other things you might need in life. In the Image is different from a lot of places here in town because you don't charge for anything.
No, we don't charge for anything, and we're not going to ask you for your bank statements and your income statements and your W-2s. We're going to say, hey, you're coming to us and asking for help. We're going to help you.
Where are you located?
We're at 1823 South Division. We're just north of Burton. We're on the corner of Rose and Division.
Alrighty, well, I'll tell you what, folks, again, just checking in with the shoes because, you know, we've been walking this whole time and we're only halfway across the bridge. Thanks again, West Michigan. You always step up to the plate when the call goes out, and more shoes to follow, certainly, because we're only about halfway through this shoe drive today. And it's just, it's heartwarming to think that so many people care about people they don't even know. And I mean, it comes down to something as simple as a pair of shoes.